Did you ever or have you ever dressed up as a spooky species for Halloween?
So the closest thing to a spooky species is a cheetah,
Okay.
which isn't very scary,
It's
but
definitely a species.
it's definitely a species. It's a cat,
I
so
think it would be scary if you were like a prey species
yeah.
in the in the African savannah. Hey all, let's start today with our wild guess trivia segment. Last episode, we asked for the names of the 5 distinct areas of the world's ocean. The answer is the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic, and Antarctic. Congrats to those of you who got it right. For today's Halloween episode, here's a fun one. In the movie Hocus Pocus, 3 witches turn a young boy into this spooky species. Can you name it? Drop your guesses into the comments section on YouTube and Spotify, or send us an email at naturebreaking@wwfus.org. One respondent will get a free WWF t-shirt. Good luck. Welcome to Nature Breaking, a podcast produced by World Wildlife Fund. I'm Seth Larson. In today's special bonus episode of the podcast, my co-host Hayley Lawton and I will help you get ready for this year's Halloween festivities with a focus on nature. We'll kick things off by talking through some quick tips for a greener Halloween, from recycling old clothes for costumes to finding a good use for those discarded jack-o'-lantern bits. And then we'll have some fun by listening to some spooky species sounds and trying to guess which creature they came from. Before we get started, please take a moment, as always, to like this episode on YouTube and rate our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other apps. Those likes and subscribes really help with the algorithm on different platforms, and they help our show reach more people. And now, gators and wolves and owls, oh my, it's time for a special Halloween edition of Nature Breaking. Hayley, awesome to see you again, and happy Halloween.
Yeah, thanks, Seth. Happy Halloween. It's great to see you again, too.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is your favorite thing about Halloween?
That's a tough one. I think it's evolved as I've gotten older in life. I think when I was a kid, it was the stuff we all look forward to. The costumes, the candy. Now, honestly, I'm just all about like going along for the ride with my kid. I just like seeing him get excited about it and helping him pick out a costume. And honestly, the last couple of years, just watching him go trick-or-treating, and he just brings like so much energy and like no fear whatsoever to knocking on strangers' doors, and he just gets so much excitement out of it. So that's what I really look forward to now. How about yourself? What do you love most about Halloween?
I think now that I'm older, my favorite thing is probably watching scary movies. Even though they scare me. But I just love the thrill of being scared. Also, I love watching everyone's costumes, because some people just get so creative with the costumes and also the makeup. And it's very, very fun to watch.
Definitely. I've told you before, I'm not a big scary movie person, but you were the one who convinced me to watch Sinners earlier this year, and I'm very glad I saw that one. That's a pretty good one.
Very good. I would watch it every day if I could.
If only we had the time, right?
Right.
So I'll ask a quick follow-up question about our own Halloween experiences, and then we can get into the green Halloween theme of this episode. But just thinking back, there's a lot of wildlife overlap with Halloween themes, and thinking about like spiders and bats and spooky animals that a lot of people work into their Halloween decorations or costumes or whatever. Did you ever or have you ever dressed up as a spooky species for Halloween?
So the closest thing to a spooky species is a cheetah.
Okay.
Which isn't very scary,
It's
but
definitely a species.
it's definitely a species. It's a cat, so
I think it would be scary if you were like a prey species in the in the African savannah.
Exactly. What about you?
I don't think I ever did just like a straight animal costume, but I did dress up as the Penguin from Batman when I was a kid one year, which is like halfway there.
Right.
So we'll talk more about spooky species later in this episode. But for starters, we wanted to talk about some tips for how listeners might be able to have a green Halloween this year. Halloween's a ton of fun. There's a lot to look forward to. There are also a lot of opportunities for waste and pollution and just things that can be done unsustainably or a little more sustainably if you put a little thought into it. So we wanted to just share some quick tips on that. And I wanted to ask you first, Hayley, if you can share one or two of your favorite tips for how our listeners should be thinking about building a little bit more of a sustainable mindset into their Halloween 2025 preparations.
Yeah, so you can turn basically anything in your household into Halloween decorations. You can use peanut foam packaging materials from boxes, and you can paint that, turn that into worms. You could also use cotton balls as spider webs. I did that last year for a small Halloween party, and that turned out really nice.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And it's very easy.
Like you pull the cotton balls apart?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I never would have thought of that.
And just unravel them all the way.
Yeah.
And then another thing for kids, if you're going trick-or-treating, you can use a pillowcase or a bucket or even just an old bag to use to collect candy.
Interesting.
And they're very inexpensive.
Yeah. So a couple ones that I thought of are, I like what you said about you can use anything for a costume. I also try not to buy new costumes if I can avoid it, or create a new costume if I can avoid it. Sometimes that happens, especially with kids. Like they grow out of last year's costume and you've got to get a new one, or you got to make a new one. But as an adult, what I've found is that I don't grow out of my costumes anymore. So I have like 3 or 4 costumes I've bought over the last 15 or 20 years, and they just live in a closet, and I break them out every Halloween. And if I go trick-or-treating, I'll wear one. If there's an office Halloween party, I might wear a different one. But I've just got like a few that I can use that I don't have to keep buying new ones every year.
Yeah.
And of course, if you do have kids that are growing out of costumes, you can look into upcycling. And our office is actually doing a great thing. We've done this the last few years. Parents have organized a costume swap. So a bunch of parents are going to bring old costumes into the office this year for kids, and we'll sort of give one, take one sort of situation. And then pumpkins. I just did this a couple days ago. I shouldn't take credit. My wife and my son carved a jack-o'-lantern over the weekend, and it's super fun. It's a great way for kids to get some creativity into their Halloween season, but it also creates a lot of waste. And just being mindful about reusing at least some of that, composting what you can. We actually scooped out all the pumpkin seeds and rinsed them off and roasted them in the oven, and it was a great snack. So there's stuff like that you can do to just make those Halloween traditions a little bit less wasteful.
Yeah, I'm glad you said you took the pumpkin seeds and roasted them, because I was going to say you could even make pumpkin bread with it. Yeah, that would be really good.
Absolutely, yeah. If you scoop out some of the orange flesh from the inside and make some pumpkin bread with that, definitely. I'm sure there will be another jack-o'-lantern in my future between now and Halloween, so that might be the next one.
It should be, yes. Speaking of Halloween, and we're on the World Wildlife Fund, let's talk about some wildlife spooky species sounds.
Yeah.
So you and I both, we picked out 2 creative sounds from the National Park Service, and we're going to try to guess what those sounds are.
Yeah.
So I will go first.
All right.
See if you can guess this sound.
Be on the spot. So that's definitely a bird. I'm going to guess an owl?
Close.
Okay.
It's a common raven.
A raven.
Yes.
All right. Let me hear that one more time.
Okay, here we go.
A raven. All right, cool. Ravens are definitely spooky.
Very.
The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe is one of my formative literary memories when it comes to Halloween and all that. Yeah.
Classic animal.
All right, so my turn. I get to pick one now for you to try to guess. Here we go. Do you need to hear that one again?
I don't know what that one is.
I'll do it one more
time.
One
more time. Is it a duck?
No. It's a killer whale.
Oh, a killer whale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
I would have never guessed that. I knew it was something in the water, but I was like, I don't know.
All right. So that was a good guess. All right, your turn.
Okay. This one may be a little hard.
What is that? Oh, it's like a growling sound.
Do you need to hear another
Yeah, let me
clip
hear
of
that
it?
one more time. Yeah, I'm going to guess it's a bear?
No, it's an alligator.
An alligator?
Yes.
I don't know if I've ever heard an alligator before. I definitely don't think I could have guessed that one.
Me either until this.
Oh, it's really got like a guttural growling sound to it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Kind of sounds like a gargle.
Yeah.
In a way.
Huh. All right. Well, if I hear that sound when I'm outside, I'm going to run.
Run.
All right. I've got one more for you to guess.
Okay.
This might be an easy one, but see
Okay.
if you can get it.
Is it a wolf?
It is a wolf.
Wow.
Good one.
Yeah. I was going to say a wolf or a coyote.
Yeah. Yeah, howling at the moon.
That was a good one.
I think we went 1 for 4, and congratulations to being the only one of us who got
you.
one of these correct.
But we picked some great sounds.
Yeah, no, it's there's so many animals that, like we said, that are associated with Halloween, that are sort of spooky species, but that we love and that we are working to conserve in one way or another. But it's cool. We see so many images of wildlife, and when they're at the zoo or we see them in movies or whatever, they're always sort of presented in these fun ways. But I never heard an alligator sound before, or not one that sounded like that. And to kind of like hear them out of context is kind of fun.
It is really fun, especially animals that you would never guess what sound they would make.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, I think we can leave it there for today, Hayley. Thanks for jumping in and doing this special Halloween episode with me. And happy Halloween to you.
Happy Halloween, and thank you. This is a really fun one.
All right, all you ghouls and goblins, that's a wrap for today's episode. Thanks again to Hayley for joining me. Halloween is a really fun time for all of us, and I hope our tips give you some ideas about how to be a little more sustainable as you're diving into this season full of costumes and candy and decorations. Do you have a good idea that we didn't mention? Drop a comment on our YouTube or Spotify page, or send us an email at naturebreaking@wwfus.org. We'd love to hear from you. For now, happy Halloween, and let's keep building a more sustainable future.